Yeah, so we're just having breakfast at an Indian place actually, and I've got a coconut breakfast. We're drinking this while we're waiting for our breakfast to arrive. We've just lopped off the top of the coconut, and inside they've got coconut water to drink, and it's really nice. It tastes very much like water, but slightly sweet with a very faint coconut flavour, and it's very refreshing. Yeah, it has a few feathers. Oh, she has.
2, 1, go.
Okay, so we're just walking across the bridge here, and then we saw something moving in the water. I think it's a crocodile or something. I'm not sure what it is. No? Maybe it's something else.
It's not a crocodile, but I'm not sure what it is.
Yes, we arrived yesterday on Tiaman Island in Malaysia. It's very isolated. It's much more rustic than I expected. It's very, very beautiful. We had to arrive by trekking through the jungle in a four-wheel drive through a very steep and at times slightly frightening track to get here. But it's a very, very beautiful beach. Possibly more internet on the dark side of the moon here, which could be a little bit frustrating at times, but probably probably good for us. But yeah, very relaxed, very chilled. The weather is very warm. It's monsoon season here at the moment, so it's every now and again the rain will suddenly turn on like a tap and then turn off again just as suddenly, and so you just need to sort of be aware of that. But apart from that, it's lovely.
So this is our bungalow where we sleep with some mosquito netting, and we're right near the ocean, which means that during high tide, well,
it's built on the rocks, which is they're all very sort of nice and romantic until high tide comes. We had our high tide last night at full moon, which means we get a king tide, which is higher than usual. We got a bit concerned when the waves started crashing over the veranda and water started coming into the house, and so we thought, oh yeah, this could be a little bit concerning, so we sort of closed up the doors as best we could and put towels down to prevent too much flooding. But yeah, you do know that the waves got a bit high when you got driftwood on the veranda the next morning. So yeah, it's an interesting place to live. I'd say absolute waterfront would be an understatement.
so I left my sandals out here last night. They're absolutely dripping wet. But
they're still here. I'm pretty excited by that.
Whereas the door here seems a little bit worse for wear.
Yeah, the rubber came out. It got a bit battered by the waves, and yeah, it looks like this got a bit collapsed. So
I wonder if the next high tide we're going to get some water through.
Yes.
But
anyway. But we're still here.
We're still here.
So I'm happy about that. Bit of a rough night, but we're still here.
So this is about middle of the tide. It goes out further than this. But yeah, they came all up to these rocks and just bashes against these rocks and splashes up onto the balcony from here.
It possibly could do with slightly tighter council regulations here.
Look at this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we came back after spending the morning out and we're a bit peckish, so we had a bit of muesli, some mango, and then I went to wash up afterwards, and so I went unsuspectingly into the bathroom and I went to wash up in the sink and I found this strange thing in the sink. It was like this strange thing, and all of a sudden I realized what it was. I was like, oh, that's a snake skin that was not there before, and where is its owner? So I called AJ and we had a very thorough search of our house. I think we decided it's not here anymore. And so we had a chat to the locals and they said, oh yeah, usually the snakes that come into the house are not poisonous. They're usually just pythons and then sometimes they hang it about in the roof. So Singapore, it's been said, does have a bit of a thing for shopping centres. It's been said that Singapore is the only member of the UN, the only shopping centre to have a seat on the UN. So yeah, but I can sort of see why they've got that reputation. They certainly do them well. Oh, we're in a shopping mall in Singapore, and I've got to say, it's one of the most beautiful shopping centres I've ever been to. Normally, shopping centres are pretty much all the same one to another, but this one has really unique features. There's a river in the middle of one of them, which you can catch boats down, and there's a really fascinating fish pond thing over here that kids can play in or on. It's just fascinating.
I think we should check out the pond.
Yeah, let's check out the pond.
Asia. で、それ一方通行だからここでこっちに入ると。こっちに次にしよう。
Hi, Mum. I'm here with
Betsy.
Betsy and Henrik. And
Hello.
here's Karen working very hard on her academic paper, being very boring.
Yeah, boring.
And so Betsy and Henrik are
Aangename
from...
kennis.
Yes, they're from South Africa. And so we're in Penang, Malaysia, where Karen and I are very happily staying at their house for two days. And
They're so much fun.
yeah. So where in South Africa are you guys from?
We're from Centurion between.
Oh no, we have
that's
to
where
speak
we live.
Afrikaans now.
Oh, yes, explain Afrikaans, sure.
Ja.
Ons kom van Centurion af, is tussen Pretoria en Johannesburg.
Wel, ek is gebore in Klerksdorp, maar en ons het in Pretoria ontmoet.
Ja.
Yeah. So I'm sure, Mum, your Afrikaans is still totally up to scratch and you caught all that. So, yeah. Tot ziens, we're going out for dinner.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
So we're in Penang and we're in a market area which is actually built on a really long jetty, and if you just follow on the jetty, on either side there's just market stalls selling everything from kind of touristy knickknacks and clothes to every kind of little bit of food, street food that you can imagine. The ice cream and the cool drinks are looking particularly kind of attractive at this point in time. But yeah, it's different.
That was our time in Coconut Garden Island.
Very relaxing. There really wasn't much to do, and that was a good thing.